I don't already have this on your table of contents. It should say pages 46 through 48, solve by completing the square. Now we did this on page 46. And now here's page 47. So this is your purple or blue, correct? Now, folks, the first two problems, so we did the first two. Okay. So let's go down and do the second two. Solve by completing the square. Number 1 looks just like number 8 on the page that we just did, okay? If we're going to solve this by completing the square, we've got to think, is that 5 the right number? What number should be there? Why 36? Because half of 12 is 36. Half of 12 is 6. 6 squared is 36. That ain't a 36. So, why am I hearing all this yapping? How do I get rid of the 5? Good. So this is going to be, now when you write that down, leave some space, because we know we're going to complete the square in that space. Yep. Yep. Okay. You're welcome. Half of 12 is 6. 6 squared is 36. I know I need a 36 in there. But I just added 36 pounds to one side of my teeter-totter. I got to add 36 pounds to the other side of my teeter-totter. Well, sort of like chemistry, balancing equations. That was my favorite part of chemistry, was balancing equations. Not yours. I like you're going to blow something up. There we go. How do we factor this? Hey. Now what? So I've got x plus 6 equals what? Good. Plus or minus? Will the square root of 31 simplify? No. Isaac says no. What's x equal? Good. How many answers are sitting right there? Is that one answer? That's 2 answers, because it's negative 6 plus the square root of 31. That's one answer. And negative 6 minus the square root of 31 is the other answer. Remember, if that degree is 2, you got 2 answers. What's a weight? What's the matter? Okay. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. Now look at this one. Now please notice, one thing that bothers me about the way this is written, that looks like it's 2.x squared. That's just the number 2. That meaning that's just problem number 2. So just pretend that yeah, there's no space there. There should have been, so I don't want that to bug you. Now, I want you to look at this one. This one's a teeny bit different. This one's just a teeny bit different. How could we make it look like we want it to look? Subtract 3x. I think I heard that off the front row first. Subtract, well done. We're going to subtract 3x. Now, if we subtract 3x from both sides, That'd be x squared minus 2x equals 6. That'll work. That's a form we can work with. Now notice I left a little space. You're killing me. You're killing me. What's half of 2? 1. What's 1 squared? What's 1 squared? 1. But you're there. Well, there you go. That's right. We can get your mama. Okay. Well, you can take care of it. Yeah. 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 What's that? Factor it. Factor it. X minus, because you got minus, x minus 1, quantity squared equals 7. Now what are we going to do? Square root. Well done. Well said. X minus 1 equals plus or minus the square root of 7. Will square root of 7 simplify? No. So what's x equal?
Well, actually,
1 plus or minus the square root of 7.
Okay. We're going to skip number 2 right, or number 1 right now. Let's do number 2. We'll come back to number 1 last. All right. Look at that one. Certainly it does. How do we get it into a form that we can work with? I'm not going to subtract it. Yeah. What if we add 25 to both sides? Now, but we got to stop. Let's stop because I'm getting the cart before the horse. You ever heard that expression? All the time. Okay. What's half of that? I don't want you to write like that. I want you to write 5 over 2. Half it and square it. Don't tell me 10. Tell me what? 25 over 4. Is that 25 over 4? No. So we need to get rid of that minus 25. Are you all right, Tanner? Just checking. Judd's having a laughing fit. We're going to add 25 to both sides. Why did I leave a space? Because I got to put something there to complete the dang square. I'm going to put in 25 over 4 because that's what we just figured out it was. Now, if ye are afraid of fractions, ye of little faith. I got you. All right? Ye. What's that? Factor it. Factor it. Come on. You do it exactly the same way. Look. Stop it. Stop it. How do we know what number goes right there? Because it's half of that. 5 over 2. That's it. 5 over 2. X plus 5 over 2. Okay. Negative 20 plus 25 over 4. If you remember from deep in your past how to add fractions. Now, if you had a teacher who told you that fractions were hard, They lied. We have had elementary teachers tell that to students before. Really didn't get taught fractions. That's so sad. I hope I can make this work. Pretend the negative's not there. We're going to the kitchen. I have a 1/4 of a cup measure. Okay. This fraction right here, shut up, I'm working. And you're paying attention and you're learning. So just do it. I got 1/4 of a cup right there, right? I got 25 of those. So Hayden's going, okay, I got to measure 25 fourths. So he's going to fill up that 1/4 of a cup 25 times, okay? Now, how many times does Hayden have to fill up that 1/4 of a cup to make 20 cups altogether?
20.
How many times? Okay, stop. You guys don't even, God bless you can't cook. Okay. Now listen. How many? Yes. Why?
For one, it's 4 times.
Oh, I said 8 or 50.
All right. 1 cup. 1 cup will be 4/4 of a cups, right? You didn't know that? Okay. Oh, well, it didn't help, did it? No.
Sarah, do all the
Mwah.
work.
Okay, you made Sarah do all the work. Now listen. All right, so here, it takes 1/4 of a cups to make a whole cup. So how many 1/4 of a cups does it take to make 20 cups? 80. So this is 80 fourths plus 25 fourths.
Oh, wow.
So how many 1/4 of a cups would you have?
105.
105 1/4 of a cups.
That's
Now listen, that's not the answer to this one because I didn't use the negative. So don't write that down. You're using pencils. Quit. Now, I just wanted to I wanted you to understand that fractions are not some like abstract thing that you just pull out of the sky or something. Why was that hard?
Don't know.
Killing me.
It'd be negative for us.
That's not hard.
I think no.
What I just did, you tell me that that's hard.
Okay, how did you what did we
For those of you who are watching the video, I'm just going to apologize now. So, okay, here we go. How do we solve that equation now?
Square root.
All right. No, honey, no. Here's the issue. They can't hear you.
Oh, so they just hear you.
They just hear me.
Well, they heard me a few times.
Well, that's when you sat right there, yeah. Equals. All right, equals.
Square plus minus root.
Plus or minus. Now, I'm going to show you something on this. We're taking the square root of a fraction, which means we take the square root of the top. Don't you even. Andrew's curling up his nose back there like I do not want to do that. You take the square root of the numerator and you take the square root of the denominator. So, what's the square root of 4?
2.
Now, come on. Come on. The square root of negative, I am so sorry, the square root of negative 55. The square root of negative 55 is the square root of negative 1 times the square root of 55. What's the square root of negative 1? I. Will the square root of 55 simplify? No. So, what is the square root of negative 55? Yes. Yes, that's right.
Why is I coming into this?
I didn't teach it to you just so you'd never see it again.
So this is square root.
Equals plus or minus. Now, here's how you're going to write it. I times the square root of 55 over 2. I'm getting one. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not getting a headache. No, sweetheart, it's not. No. Oh, how do I get the x by itself? I love you all. It's a good thing.
Oh, whoa, yeah.
Minus 5/2 plus or minus. What'd you think?
Oh, never mind.
Yes, we did. No. All right. If I give you, hey, 3/8 plus 4/8. I know that's a half. Pretend just, we're not going with that. What is it? Shut up. What is this? What is this? That's 7/8. I'm just trying to get you to think. Yeah, I know. You can add fractions when they have the same denominator. Do I have the same denominator here? Now, so quit. Would you just hush yourself? Quit your complaining. ACT, that's how you would see the answer on the ACT. Okay? Heck yes, it could be on the ACT. That's why you're here, honey. That's why you're here. Look, when you are adding or subtracting fractions, you can do it when the denominator is the same. I can't combine those because they're not like terms, but I can at least write them over a single fraction. Now, we have finished that problem, thank goodness. It was not, no, it's just because you nod heads. No, well, fine. Now let's look at number 1. Now,
Y'all best believe that must be an extra credit on the test. Yeah.
you what?
That should be
A bonus problem?
bonus, yeah.
All right. Fun fact, we got one more problem to do. I think my head's going to explode too, Kayla. Oh, I'm sorry. Now, no. All right. Now I want you to look. Look, this little group right here, they're just ready, right? Okay. Number 2. There is one thing that's different. Shush in the front. There is a 2 in front of the x squared. Now, you listen. You cannot complete a square when that leading coefficient is something besides 1. So what we are going to do is what would you guys in the front shut up? Pretty soon. When that leading coefficient is anything but 1, you're going to factor that thing out as a GCF. Let's do it. Now, so the question is, what do we do with the 2?
It's a hobo.
Well, it is a hobo, but I'm going to do something with it. I can't add it because is that 2 being added to this thing? The 2 is being multiplied. How do I undo multiply? What if I divided both sides of this thing by 2? Then I get x squared plus 4x plus 7 equals, what's 0 divided by 2? There you go. That is how we kicked the hobo off. Now, if you'll notice, if you will, oh, mercy. Allison, get your phone out. Now it's a problem we can do. Well, good. Now, is 7 the right number?
No.
What number? Okay, you be quiet. Because you already got this. What number should go there?
4.
Half it and square it. So what should go there? 4. 4 should go there. So I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. And I'm going to leave some space. And what am I going to add in there? But if I add 4 pounds to one side of my teeter-totter, add 4 pounds to the other side of the teeter-totter. Come on. X plus 2, quantity squared, equals square root them. Okay, all Gavin's doing up here is sighing. It is. It's the square root of a negative. But what do I do with the square root of a negative? It's the square root of negative 1 times the square root of 3. And what is that? It's I? Yes. It's I times the square root of 3. And what did I forget? Plus or minus. Oh, what's X? Subtract 2. Oh, mercy. On your page 48, what that's going to be a page for is practice on completing the square. More practice of what we've been doing. But I think what I want to do with that page is like tomorrow morning come in and practice 1. And then Monday morning come in and practice 1. I feel like right now we're at our limit. And so I think maybe I need to give you some problems to practice.